Lizard Creek, Louisiana, we were brought up being taught that nothing comes before God, family, and hunting.
We're not trophy hunters. Fact is, we love time spent with family. Mama found her deer.
Yeah, Mama. Girl, double Lundy. I'm proud of where I come from. I'm proud to say I'm a hunter.
And I want to pass those traditions on to my kids.
Yay! Wall hanger down, baby. Yes, indeed. This is Wall Hanger TV.
It's summer again down in the Louisiana Bayou, and the Walls know it's time to start summer duties on the farm. Now I know you might be thinking corn, hay bales, and cows. Well, down in the swamps, corn doesn't grow, and a cow wouldn't last 5 minutes in these parts. The Walls farm for gators.
Yeah, there's a lot of farming, all right, but no corn or soybeans. Pretty much all alligator.
Wall's Gator Farm was started by Chad's grandpa in his backyard and is now the largest gator farm in the world. Housing thousands of gators at times, it takes one hell of a family to keep this business running smoothly.
We've been blessed with a big family, and it pretty much takes all of us at one point or the other to keep the alligator farm running. If there's one thing it takes to keep it running smoothly, it's hard work.
You know, working on an alligator farm, you never know what you're going to be doing in the course of a day, especially in the summer. I might be in the office doing paperwork, or I might be on the airboat picking up eggs, or when it's time to hatch, you might be hatching eggs or salting skins, so you never know what you're going to get in the course of a day.
In addition to the gator farm, Chad also works at the boat shop.
That's our manpower, dude. Our family's been making a living off the water for generations, and we've been building our own boats, whether it be airboats or just regular flatboats, for a long time. And basically, we just started the boat business out of a love for that and a skill for doing it. And instead of just building them for ourselves, we actually build them for other people now. And it's grown to be a pretty large boat company. While you're here, I know we talked earlier, we needed to go over that 24-footer. The boat shop works hand in hand with the farm. It's just kind of another extension of the family business and kind of what all we do. And I spend a majority of my time there. Do whatever we can do without interfering with the way the motor mounts on it, you know.
Sounds like a plan.
I pretty much wear a lot of hats. I mean, it might be just managing the shop, just making sure things are flowing smoothly, all the way to having to design new products for the year and really get involved in a new project, or just simply having to get in and weld boats up. You know, we kind of cover it all. And you know, where we're from, you know, there's no job too small or too big. You just get your hands dirty and go to work, you know.
Between the gator farm and boat shop during the summer is when the majority of the work is done.
And my full-time job is at the gator farm, but it's pretty neat because Chad works full-time at the boat shop, which isn't far from where I work, but also mainly in the summertime we get to work together during egg collection and wild season, so that's pretty neat to be able to work together certain times of the year.
Chad and Dana depend on each other to complete their work before they set out each fall to hunt. But this summer would be different. Chad and Dana had some big news.
Wall Hanger TV is brought to you by Elite Archery, respect the game. Reconnect, see what you've been missing. Gator Tracks Boats, making waves where the competition can't. Mossy Oak, it's not a passion, it's an obsession. Scott Archery, everyone's #1. Ozonics, scent control that works. Ammo2Go.com, your one-stop shop for all your ammo needs. G5, designed to hunt. Antler King, bigger bucks, healthier deer. Hunt Force, find your game. Engel Coolers, a legend in reliability. Code Blue, potency protected.
This segment has been brought to you by Reinhardt, the best archery target in the world, and by High Mountain Seasonings. Make your own jerky sausage, smoked meats, and more.
Man, I'll never forget finding that out when we were pregnant. I was actually on a deer hunt with Daddy on a place in Alabama. It was late in January, and Dana was home sick, actually, and didn't really know why, but her mom actually calls me, and they're actually bringing her to the hospital because she's so sick. So I had to leave a deer hunt. I get to the hospital in full camouflage and walk in, and that's where I found out that my wife was pregnant. We were going to be having a baby.
Man, it was so many things going through my mind when I found out I was pregnant, because first of all, I thought I had the flu. And the doctor tells me I'm having a baby, so I was so excited, but I was also very emotional, just thinking about all the things that had to be done and worrying about if everything was going to be okay. But above all, I was extremely excited.
Man, to be honest, I really wasn't thinking about too far in the future. I was just excited that we was going to, start our family, and I was going to be a daddy. I had a lot of questions, but initially, I was just really excited the fact that we were going to be blessed.
With a new addition to the Wall family on the way, it's now midsummer and time to collect gator eggs.
And if any of y'all has kept up with us with the show, y'all know how important egg collection is, but basically everything starts at egg collection. The entire farm hinges on having a successful year and going out and collecting a lot of eggs. And basically, it's been a fine-tuned process. We've evolved over the years, but in a sense, it's all hands on deck. We've got every family member we have and then some. And we're just going out into the wild and having to actually spot these alligator nests and go out and physically take the eggs and bring them back to incubate them and raise them.
Chad knew with Dana being pregnant, she wouldn't be able to be on the boat with him during egg collection. Jared would be Dana's replacement, and Chad hopes Jared can carry his weight on the boat.
Did you get under that? That's good, Chad.
There's a big hole right here too. That's probably where it's taking most of the water right there.
Might be a little more than we expected, though.
I think we can do it. We'll get some bolts on the drill and silicone, good silicone.
Well, let's get to it. I think we can handle it.
Man, old Jarrett was going to be trying to step up and take Dana's place. He's a good hard worker and he got a good head on his shoulders, but I'm going to tell you what, I was worried. He's got big shoes to fill. I mean, we've got a fine-tuned system that we have, and Dana works her butt off, and I'm a little nervous about how it's going to work out. This is 9:10. You remember it?
Late start today, buddy.
That's all right, as long as we don't break down again. We'll make a decent day. This stuff down here has got a little more water in it. Man, a typical day of collecting eggs, if everything goes right, and you basically have a lot of work ahead of you, and you're trying to get it done, knowing that things are going to come up, the weather's going to slow you down, you're going to have a breakdown, things happen. Losing money today. Got 2 boats down, 1 blew up. We're
gonna need to make up for it, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna have to make up for it. Things happen. So in the course of a normal day, if you can make it back to the landing that evening in one piece and have a decent day with a few barrels of eggs, you did pretty good.
A few wibbles.
Not a bad looking nest.
They'd be watching my back now. We're right next to that canal. I don't want them mama gators to come out that grass. You wouldn't let me get 8, would you, Jared?
I'll try not to. I keep my ears and eyes open.
This is our crop for the entire 12 months, for that entire year. So if you miss it, if you get it too early and mess the eggs up, if you hit it too late, if a hurricane comes in, if the high water shows up, if you've got enough equipment failures that it shuts you down and you're not able to finish, it will affect you for the rest of the entire year. Obviously, every day has its challenges, but at the end of the day, you're just trying to get all your eggs collected so you can get a good year on your hatch rate.
Holy spatoli.
That's what we need. We need about every nest to have eggs for the next about 20, 25. You gonna mark them eggs or what?
Ain't doing you, my friend.
Dude, it's gotta be up in them trees. Before we pull the barrel, let's just walk in there and see if we can find it and check it for eggs. We might can find her trail to the nest, because she's either in this hole or that hole, one or the other.
Something made a splash right there earlier. Any idea what that was?
I don't know. Track's going right through there.
She's definitely here.
The mama gator is always close, but you never know how they're gonna act. And today just happened to be a day where we went all day and never really had to fight the gators too bad, so you get pretty relaxed. And sure enough, about the last nest, second to last nest, we're out there trying to pick it. We're parked on the edge of a pond, and I'd seen some bubbles kind of bubbling up and seen the water moving, so we knew there was a chance there was a sow gator in there. When a gator just shows up kind of real nice and slow and hisses a little bit, it doesn't really bother us. They're just trying to kind of run you off. But you got one like that that's growling and jumping, they mean business, and you don't need to test them at all. Be careful on them kind, man. They slip upside them. See her head right there. She'll probably make another run.
She keeps an eye on us just like we keep an eye on her.
As long as I know where she's at, she don't bother me, you know?
Yeah.
It's the ones that sneak up on you that bother me. Man, it's easy to get lazy when you go to a 10 or 20 nests without any mamas. When you have one like that that lunges after you and you got your back turned to them, it'll keep you on your toes. It'll wake you back up.
This segment has been brought to you by the Barnett Razor, Razor Light, Razor Fast, and by Mojo Motion Decoys. Join the revolution. Halo rangefinders are an affordable, reliable rangefinder that give confidence to make an ethical shot. They feature angle intelligence, so I know the true distance to my target. Halo rangefinder. Never compromise, never miss.
All right, old girl, we'll see you next year. We'll bring your babies back, we promise. Man, it's been working good. I was a little nervous going into this year because we got a new hand working with me we've never worked together before, because Dana, my wife, actually is always on the boat with me. She has been for the last probably 7 or 8 years straight in a row. And it's definitely different. You know, we work a boat together, but she's at home because she's pregnant.
I had to find another role to play during the summer, and I took care of a lot of stuff back at the farm in the office, and when eggs came in at night, I helped do the paperwork or set the eggs. So there was jobs for me to do. It was just an adjustment for me.
We're still able to both stay involved in it. We're just being a little bit different this year for the time being, but looking forward to getting these eggs picked up and getting home so I can see her. That's it. Do some of that.
Thanks, bud.
Good job, bud.
Had fun.
I know it's been a long couple weeks, but I think we hung in there.
Another year down in the record books.
Hey, now let's get the hell out of here. We're gonna go to Snowball. You want to go to Snowball?
Oh, yeah.
I'm working on it.
About 6 more foot.
Alright, that's good. Can they swim in? Yeah, we actually had a pretty good day.
That's good to know.
We're having the boat ready for tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Is any more have to come in here?
With one leg of Chad and Dana's summer workload done, visions of big bucks in November had started to set in. Food plots play a key role in how Chad and Dana manage and hunt their farms. The Walls were headed north to put some seed in the ground.
Man, food plots is probably one of the #1 most important keys to these farms that we manage, and we try to keep them growing all year long, you know. And Antler King's got a variety of different seeds. We've been with those guys for probably 10+ years now, and they actually give us what we need to go through the summer, the spring, the entire year to keep these deer on the forage and the protein that they need, and keep them coming to a certain spot. You know, you want to be able to hold your deer on your farm. We're coming in here right now and starting to pump the minerals to these deer, this trophy clover. So we're fixing to fire the tractor up and start cutting this new food plot up. Pretty excited about it. Yeah, even though Dana was pretty pregnant by this point in the summer, we love going together and working on these farms. Even in the summer, you know, we just love being together and being out there. And she was still able to get in and help. She was slinging fertilizer and putting out seeds and doing all the stuff that she normally does.
You know, my pregnancy wasn't the greatest. I stayed sick a lot, but I was bound and determined to go help plant food plots. And spreading seed or fertilizer, I just have to make a couple more trips, you know, filling the bag up, because I was trying to carry half as much as I usually did. But I still had fun and I still got it done.
Antler King offers an array of food plot blends and minerals year-round for your whitetail herd.
The Antler King makes one of the best clover mixes out there. It's got up to 30% protein, and this stuff, it gets about 10 tons of forage a year. We usually run 2 or 3 years on it, and we'll go ahead and freshen it up. You can get as many as 6 out of this if you need to.
You know, this time of year is really important to get your minerals out. On this particular farm, we had 3 or 4 different sites, you know. We just try to use this time of year to really utilize that. It's got 27 vitamins and minerals, additives, everything your deer herd needs to maintain the health and the antler growth of the deer. And we have had great success with this Antler King product.
You know, you find a mineral site or create a mineral site, you can actually put your trail cameras up on these mineral sites, and I promise you, you're going to get inventory of just about every buck on your farm, because they need that mineral in the summertime, and you can actually watch them developing. It's fun. It's an important tool that we use.
Well, this site is done. What better way to scout your bucks on your farm than having minerals, not only to see the bucks you have, but maintain the overall health of your deer herd.
Each year we lose more than 20 of our fellow hunters to tree stand related deaths. Using the Hunter Safety System Vest and Lifeline can virtually eliminate the potential for a tree stand accident to occur. Hunter Safety System is my choice for in-field safety. Saving lives is what we do. The Pile Driver by Wild Game Innovations is a revolutionary feeder that keeps your feet dry and piles it high. The Auger delivery system is designed to make your powder last up to 60 days and keep deer coming around, producing big bucks in the field and on the ground. Check out the Pile Driver and other great products at wildgameinnovations.com.
Man, the summer's been wild and crazy, and it's went by so fast. Next thing we know, Dana's 36 weeks pregnant. You know, we've got a doctor's appointment today that's really going to kind of lay out the rest of the timeline, and starting to get a little nervous.
Man, it seems like the summer has flown by. It has been extremely hot being pregnant in summertime, but I can't believe in just a couple weeks we'd be meeting our new baby girl. So I was getting pretty excited and a little nervous.
Your irritability, cramping, contractions, all that type of stuff, some back pain, which...
I've had a lot of back pain.
Some of the back pain may be pregnancy.
Man, the checkup went great. The baby's healthy, doing good. Only a couple more weeks and you're looking at Daddy Wall right here. Well, the last big job we got to do before we can hit the road and start doing our deer hunting is wild gator season. And you know, we've been doing this for generations. I mean, I'm a 5th or a 6th generation trapper in the family, so it's nothing new to trap alligators. Dana and I usually do it together once again. And you know, we'll do 60, 80, sometimes 100 alligators a year, just depending on what properties we have and how many tags we've been allotted.
You know, wild season's always bittersweet because it's the last big thing you have to do before you're completely finished and you're really ready to go deer hunting. The only difference in this year, I won't be helping Chad during wild season.
Man, it was a great feeling when you snap that last tag on your alligator and you're finished with that, because that really is kind of our symbolic close out the summer. It really puts a closure to it, and really it's just a relief. You've worked hard and it's paid off, and now you get to go hunting.
Chad filled his wild gator tags as planned and was now planning his first hunting trip of the year to Kentucky. This would be his first trip without Dana, and he can only hope that she doesn't go into labor while he's gone.
I didn't hear from Dana last night, so no news is good news.
Thought of me having our first baby and Chad being in Kentucky.
Glad we up here on top of the hill. I got service that way. If Dana goes into labor, I can get out and fly home.
I was nervous, scared, and a little disappointed.
Get a call from her mama that they're on the way to the hospital. And how do you feel? I got a knot in my gut thinking I should have never left home. All right, call me when y'all get there. We just got the call. I was afraid that might would happen. At least we got one day of hunting in. Dana's on her way to the hospital, so, and sure enough, she's going into labor.
Wallhanger TV is brought to you by Elite Archery. Respect the game. Reconics. See what you've been missing. Gatortrax Boats. Making waves where the competition can't. Mossy Oak. It's not a passion, it's an obsession. Scott Archery. Everyone's #1. Ozonics. Scent control that works. Ammo2Go.com, your one-stop shop for all your ammo needs. G5, designed to hunt. Antler King, bigger bucks, healthier deer. Hunt Force, find your game. Angle Coolers, a legend in reliability. Code Blue, potency protected. Support also provided by these sponsors.